them over in Amsterdam.
Welcome here to Ollie Campbell Park, where D4 neighbours turn opponents in what is a local derby that rarely disappoints. We're at the midway stage of the league season. It's round 10. It's Old Belvedere versus Old Wesley. I'm Kieran Noble. Happy New Year to all. It's great to be back. Now let's look at the teams. For the hosts, Pat Hughes makes his return to the AIL after almost 6 years at fullback. Jaden Beckett scored the all-important try to win the reverse fixture just before Christmas. He's at 13. And Peter O'Byrne, their captain this season, has been in great form, scoring 4 tries. Last season's top try scorer, Callum Dowling, is in at hooker. He scored 6 tries already this season.
You're all very welcome here to Ollie Campbell Park. 2024, we're at the halfway point of the season. How's that? Better? We're at the halfway point of the season. Just before Christmas, we played Old Wesley played Old Wesley up in Donnybrook, and now the return fixture today. So Old Belvedere against Old Wesley, and I've one change to announce, and it's on the Old Belvedere team. Luke McDermott replaces Joe White at number 11. That's Luke McDermott replaces Joe White at number 11. Thank you very much for your attention.
On the bench today for Old Belvedere is Josh Eriksson. He's a player to look out for. Looking to make his AIL debut for Old Belvedere. We're about to get underway here. Max Weston is the man in the middle today. Previous experience refereeing in the championship in England. There's plenty of players to get excited about on the Old Wesley team as well. Tom Lark at fullback, currently involved with the Irish under-20s, could be named in the squad for the Six Nations on Tuesday. And we're underway. David Wilkinson gets us started, and it's taken in well. An Old Wesley kick it to Wilkinson. He's assessing his options. He sends it back to Monaghan. That ball's bobbling everywhere, but Old Wesley jump on it. But it's Old Belvedere who have. Callum Dowling to Luke McDermott. It's an early penalty for Old Belvedere. Go down the line here through the boot of David Wilkinson. Callum Dowling to throw this one in. 6 tries in 9 games for Callum Dowling in the first half of the season. That's a good line out. It's Old Wesley who have it. And it'll be an Old Belvedere line out deep inside their own half. Callum Dowling to throw this one in. Fionn McWay who takes it. Cale Thatcher with the carry. That's good D from Old Wesley. And they force the knock on. Old Wesley have serious power in that front three of Harry Noonan, Stephen Smith and Cronin Gleeson. 6 tries between them this season, and they've all represented Ireland at underage. With Stephen Smith part of that wider Irish under-20s group that played over the Christmas, he'll be hoping he gets named on the team come Tuesday. Harry Noonan was part of the Irish under-20s in 2020, who won the first 3 games, but it was cut short because of COVID. Stevens with the put in. That one goes straight down, but we're going to have a reset. Ben Stevens, the scrum half for Old Wesley, went to Wellington University. Of course, only 1 point separated these sides when they met just before Christmas. Old Belvedere coming out the right side of that result, 10-9. But it was Old Wesley who had a 6-0 lead at half time. Stevens puts it in. Will Fay to Stevens. He looks for Owen Deegan, but that doesn't go to plan. And Old Belvedere have it. Here's Jaden Beckett. 2 tries this season. You can see early on though, Old Wesley looking for that aggression in defence, causing some problems for Old Belvedere. Belvedere have won the last 3 games between the 2 sides. Old Wesley will be hoping to fix that today. Peter O'Byrne, the Old Belvedere captain this season, with the put in. And it's Wesley who get the free kick. Wesley fancy their chances. They're going for the scrum again. What can they do here? On the edge of that 22. There's a lot going on at that scrum. A lot for Max Weston to sort out at the start of the game. Old Wesley currently sitting in 8th place on the table with 15 points, and Old Belvedere are in 2nd on 31 points. Stevens to Lark, and that move wasn't in sync, and Old Belvedere get the ball back. Tom Lark took it from the out half position. He played out half last week for a Leinster development team against the Irish under-20s. He looks very comfortable there. We've had plenty of scrums already in this game, and we're going to have another. The last 3 games between the pair, they've only been separated by 7 points or less. It always proves to be an interesting derby. Hopefully no more messing at this scrum. And O'Byrne gets it out to Robles, playing in the centre today. Wilkinson looking for the exit, and he finds one. It was raining, of course, just before kickoff, but thankfully it's held off for now. Stephen Smith will throw this line out in. Was captain of Kilkenny College last season in the Schools Cup. Played Leinster and Irish underage, and as I said earlier, is hoping he'll make the Irish under-20s squad on Tuesday. Old Belvedere are looking for their 3rd win on the bounce. They won 6 out of their last 7 games in the first half of the season, after losing both their opening 2 games against Naas and Garryowen. And that's a mess at the line out, and it benefits Old Belvedere. Neither team can really keep control of that ball at the minute. Both struggling a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit slippy. O'Byrne just organising the troops. Wilkinson dinks it in behind, and Robles is following it, but that's tidied up very well. Here's Will Fay. Here's Malloy. A real speedster, but he's dealt with really well. Old Wesley trying to put it through the hands, insert a bit of tempo into the play. But as I say that, Old Belvedere get the penalty. I think it was the work of Ariel Robles there at the breakdown. It's been a bit flat the start of this game, neither team really getting into it. You could see there Old Wesley were trying to get some tempo, trying to play high speed rugby, but Old Belvedere were awake at the ruck and they got the penalty. Dowling finds MacDonald. Thatcher tips it on to McWay. Wilkinson to Robles. He looks for a little gap. Beckett. Thatcher. Old Wesley's defence is doing good here. Not showing any cracks. Robles to Beckett. Oh, Belvedere just going from side to side here a little bit. Dowling. McWay. McDonald. They're not really going anywhere at the moment. Beckett. He's hit well in the tackle by Alex Malloy. It's a little bit one-dimensional. They need to do something different, you feel. Wesley very disciplined in defence. McWay, is he held up? No, he's got the ground. Here's Hugh Flood. Wilkinson. And he tips it on to Dowling, who almost goes through a gap. And we know how dangerous he can be with a bit of space in front of him. But it's Old Belvedere who get the penalty. A high tackle, I think, by Cronin Gleeson. And this one's straight in front of the sticks. You'd think David Wilkinson will want to have a go at this. David Wilkinson has been very good from the boot this season. .40 points from the boot. One's about 35 metres, thereabouts. Straight in front. And he put Old Belvedere into the lead. As straight as you like, over it goes. Old Belvedere lead 3-0. Owen Monaghan with the restart. And it's Cale Thatcher who claims that one. A New Zealander who's made a great impact since joining the club last season. Will those 3 points settle Old Belvedere a little bit? O'Byrne goes for the box kick, but Tom Lark deals with it well. A promising player, the fullback. Old Wesley to Lark. Looks like Old Belvedere are in over that one, and yes they are. It was Fionn McWay. He was ready for that. On the prowl. ready for the steal. Max Weston just having a little chat with Ruben Pym, the Old Wesley captain. It looks like Callum Dowling has had to withdraw. Keane Cunningham is in his place. XC point man. But that's a really good steal at the line out from Old Wesley. But they follow it up with an error. They knock it on, giving Old Belvedere the ball straight back. O'Byrne with the feed. That's a steady scrum. Robles to Beckett on the inside. Will Faye's trying to dig in at that ball, but he doesn't get in at it. Oh, Belvedere working their way around the corner. Oh, Wesley. They were hungry at the breakdown and they eventually got their penalty. There's a real battle going on there at the minute. Two sets of forwards trying to pounce on any scraps. Trying to steal a penalty for their team. That's a really good touch finder from Monaghan. Brings Old Wesley deep inside the Old Belvedere half. It's Moitier who goes up for that one. Shouts for crooked, but the referee doesn't think so. And that's a lovely switch on the inside. Stephen Smith looked like he was away, but the pass didn't go to hand. He was looking for support. They're going to go for the exit here. David Wilkinson to get them out of trouble. And he does just that. Two tries to his name this season. Stephen Smith. And it's Pym who goes up this time. A little bit sloppy, but they managed to still have the ball. Now it's Old Belvedere's turn to work hard at the breakdown, and they steal it. And there's a break on here. Robles to McDermott. He takes a top tackle. Helter-skelter stuff here in Ollie Campbell Park. That one's been kicked long by Owen Deegan, I think. It's going to be ran back, or it's going to be kicked back rather. And it's a beautiful kick. A really nice kick. I think it was from the fullback, Pat Hughes. Hasn't played AIL for Old Belvedere since 2018. Well, he's back today. Moitier goes up for that one. Stephen Smith tidies it up. That ball's bobbling all over the place. Very difficult for both teams in attack. Stevens just deciding what he's going to do here. And he goes to the skies for that box kick. Finds touch. But it's out in the full, and Old Belvedere will be happy with that. Keane Cunningham with the throw. There's McWay, so reliable in those lineouts. And here comes the maul. They're slowly moving, but it's come down. Now to Robles, to Beckett on his shoulder. Wesley trying to disrupt things, making it hard for Old Belvedere to find that ball. Here's McWay again to Cunningham. Came on about 10 minutes ago for Callum Dowling. Wilkinson out to McDermott. What can he do? Steps inside, goes to ground. And Old Wesley trying to legally rip it. And Old Belvedere want to play through Jaden Beckett. And this time, Old Wesley get the penalty at the ruck. Ruxon's at the ruck today in Ollie Campbell Park. I feel like every time one of the teams wins a ruck penalty, the other one replies with one of their own. As always, the Division 1B table is so congested. At the moment, as I said earlier, Old Wesley are in 8th on 15 points, but there's only 6 points separating them in 8th from 3rd place Blackrock College with 21. The 1B league is like no other, I always say. It's so competitive, anything can happen. You can go from the bottom to the top in the space of 2 weeks. On that, Highfield are 14-9 up against Naas. Garryowen are 3-0 up away to UCC. And St Mary's College, the league leaders, are 7-0 up against Queen's University. Of course, St Mary's are out in their own in front this season. 44 points from a possible 45. They come here to Ollie Campbell Park in 2 weeks' time. That was a good line out from Old Wesley. Now they're looking That's Deegan. He tries to throw it out the back to his centre partner Malloy, but it doesn't come off on this occasion. Deegan and Malloy, such a good centre partnership. Have been part of that Old Wesley team together for quite some time now, 3 or 4 seasons. Been a real stop-start affair, this one. No real flow to it. But of course the last game they played just before Christmas was a low-scoring game as well. 10 points to 9. Old Wesley got 6 points through the boot of Owen Monaghan in that first half. And then Old Belvedere came back to win 10-9. A converted Jaden Beckett try and a David Wilkinson penalty. O'Byrne with the put in. That's steady enough. Wilkinson to Beckett. Out to Nugent. Old Wesley are in at that again, and they've won a penalty again. I think it was Will Fay on that occasion, the big number 8. That's a good touch finder. Puts them just outside the 22. Harry Noonan telling Stephen Smith the call. And up goes the captain. He takes it down. They look for the drive. And now it's starting to move. It's halting a bit now again. And they'll have to take it out. Deegan. Here's Randalls. And Randalls, will he get in? He throws it back out. But the space was just closed down on Nathan Randalls there on the right wing. He had nowhere to go. He had to throw it back inside. But there was no one there to collect it. Tries this season. Nathan Randalls, Old Wesley's top try scorer this season. He was hoping he'd get another there, but not for the time being. You'd think an exit is the first thing that'll come to the mind of Old Belvedere here. Get rid of it. But first, they have to get it out of the scrum. Here's Robles. He hits it up. Setting it up for the exit through David Wilkinson. He gets it just past the 22. But Old Wesley will be happy enough with this. Still a good field position. They can still do a lot. Maul got a little bit of purchase from their last line out, Old Wesley. It'll be interesting to see if they go for it again. And that's taken well. But it's been brought down. There'll be no Maul this time. Here's Deegan. Here's Cronin Gleeson. Here's Harry Noonan. He's a powerhouse. Here's they're just inside that 22 now. But again, the ruck is killing both teams at the minute, and this time it's Old Belvedere who get the penalty. That'll help Old Belvedere's cause, that they try and get out of their own half. Cunningham. McDonald takes it down. Here's Thatcher. Loves to get involved. The second row / back row. With some good feet from Pat Hughes there. Here's McDonald. This is good play from Old Belvedere. Here's McWay. Play slowed down a little bit now. Wilkinson kicks it. Who's underneath this one? It's Tom Lark. Are Old Belvedere over that one through Campbell? Not quite. Here's Kelly. Cronin Gleeson. Old Wesley are under the cosh here a little bit. A little bit of panic. Now they're working it around the corner. And here's Malloy. That's bobbling, but Wilkinson has it. And there's lovely feet from David Wilkinson to get himself out of trouble. McDonald. O'Byrne will use that boot of his. It's high in the sky and it's into the hands of the Old Wesley man. Here's Gleeson. Here's Noonan. Makes some meters. Stevens just having a little word with the referee, maybe looking for a penalty. Nothing coming from Max Weston. Here's Kim. Monaghan. Moitier with the carry there. Here's Kelly. They're trying to get into that 22 through Will Fay. There's a player down injured. Looks like Cale Thatcher, potentially. Let's hope he's okay. One thing I will say, I think both teams have been very good in defence in their own 22 today. They haven't given much away. They've stayed disciplined in those areas. And there's been very few clear-cut scoring opportunities. It is Cale Thatcher that was down. A player Old Belvedere wouldn't want to lose. There's an Old Wesley player getting treatment as well. I think it's Cathal Kelly it was. A little bit of running repairs on both sides. It's been an energy zapping game. Both sets of forwards have had to do a load of work. Old Wesley with a really good opportunity here at the scrum to use this platform to launch an attack. Here's Faye, takes it from the back to Stevens, to Monaghan. That's a huge tackle on Tom Lark by Jaden Beckett. And that maybe knocks confidence out of the attack a little bit. And now Old Belvedere have their tails up and they've got the ball. All from that Jaden Beckett hit. There's a little bit of ill discipline from David Moyt here. Just diving in. But it all came from that Jaden Beckett hit that woke the Old Belvedere team up. And look at that little bit of invention from Wilkinson. Saw Nugent on his wing. Wasn't quite clean enough. But Old Belvedere still have the ball. Here's Thatcher. He's alright now. Robles. And he's hit hard. That takes the sting out of Old Belvedere's attack a little bit. Wilkinson to Beckett to Robles to Hughes. Pat Hughes. But he gets bundled into touch. That was a knock on from Pat Hughes. You can see Old Belvedere looking to play quick ball at times, get that attack going out through the back. But just that last pass isn't going to hand at the minute. Maybe a little bit to do with the conditions. Maybe the ball's a little bit greasy. Another stop and play. Only 3-0 here in Ollie Campbell Park. David Wilkinson penalty is the only thing to separate the two sides. We have the lights on here in Ollie Campbell Park. It's a proper winter Saturday. Here's Malloy, and through the gap he goes. Alex Malloy. He's like a bolt of lightning. But again, there was no support with him, and Old Belvedere tried to steal that ball, but the referee says leave it alone. Monaghan to Noonan. Will he carry himself? Yes, he will. Driving those legs of his. But there's a knock on. But it all came from that Alex Malloy break. Got them going. But again, just in that last moment, both teams are really struggling. It's a lovely line from Alex Malloy. Got the Old Belvedere defence on the hop. But he didn't really have the support with him to link up with anybody. Neither team are in a rush to get on with this anyway. O'Byrne. We must be pretty close to the halftime break. I'd say one kick out of play here could bring it to a close the first half. Robles makes a few meters. Peter O'Byrne just getting organised. Maybe they'll keep it in for a couple of phases and then look to kick it out. Waiting on the referee's word that it's half time. Peter O'Byrne just thinking what to do. He goes for the box kick and out it goes, and surely that's half time. No, we're gonna have one more play. This game started at 2:30 and now it's nearly 3:20. The longest first halves I've ever commentated on, I think. Kelly. Can Wesley get a score before the break? Noonan's lining up. Monaghan looking for Deegan on that fast line. Here's Lark. How happy would Old Wesley be if they could get a score just before half time? Here's Randalls. Has Hasn't seen much of the ball today. Here's Lark. Old Wesley working their way into that 22. Here's Deegan. They're edging a little bit closer all the time. Monaghan. I think it was Felix Campbell maybe was lying on that ball, giving Old Wesley the penalty, stopping the attack. Old Wesley look promising there. What will they do? Will they go for the points, or will they go be bold and go for the corner? Interesting call coming up here, and they're going for the corner. No messing around. This could be a massive moment in the game. A moment we could look back on. And it's Moit here. They're going to that maul. Stephen Smith has it at the back. Can they drive it over? They're trying to edge closer. It's a real squad effort here. The forwards are all getting involved, and they get over. And it's the hooker, Stephen Smith, his third try of the season. He has been one of the most promising schoolboys in Leinster rugby over the past number of years, and he gets another try here today. 5-3 to Old Wesley. Just on the cusp of half time as well. A killer for Old Belvedere. A huge moment for Old Wesley. And the extras are added. It's 7-3 at the halftime break. Be brave and you'll be rewarded is the message. Old Wesley going for the corner with that penalty. Stephen Smith scoring the try. And it's Old Wesley who leads 7-3 here at the halftime break. We'll be back with you in a few moments. back on. Highfield leading 31-9 against Naas. UCC are down 16-3 at home to Garryowen. St Mary's College are 21-7 up against Queen's University in Templeville Road. And Blackrock College are 26 up against Buccaneers. Back for the second half. 7 threes to score. That's Stephen Smith try. Catapulted Wesley into the lead just before half time. They won a penalty. They had the option to go for the post, but they were bold. They went for the corner and it paid off. So it was Stephen Smith try. Belvedere's only points came through the boot of David Wilkinson in and around about the 15th minute mark. And Tom Mulcair came in, usually starts, and here's Thatcher looking for the break, and Nugent a pep in the step of Old Belvedere at the start of this second half. A fresh energy. Robles to Beckett. Jacob Barrett's come in as well. And Josh Erickson for his Old Belvedere debut in the AIL. Can Old Belvedere find a response? Wilkinson dinks it in behind, finds a bit of green, and that puts them just outside the Old Wesley 22. But a great break there from Gavin Nugent to get Old Belvedere firing. Smith, the try scorer, will throw this one in, and that one's a little bit of an overthrow, but it works out well for Old Wesley. Paul Kelly's hit hard by Gavin Nugent, I think. No, it was number 18. And here's Luke McDermott. Great to see him back playing for Old Belvedere. Here's Will MacDonald. There's been a knock on in there, and it will be a scrum to Old Wesley. Old Belvedere made a whole host of changes in that at the start of the second half. Josh Erickson, Tom Mulcair, Jacob Barrett all in. Keaton Cunningham, of course, had to come in midway through the first half because of an injury to Colin Dowling. That's a huge shove at the scrum. Old Belvedere putting pressure on Old Wesley, but they get it out. There's Will Fay. There's an injury. Looks like Peter O'Byrne is down. Jaden Beckett looks like he has his hand on this one, and he's stolen it. A brilliant rip from Jaden Beckett. Peter O'Byrne looks to be in a bit of trouble here. He's hobbling. Saul Fitzpatrick on the bench, of course, if they need him. And by the looks of things, they might need him. David Wilkinson is acting as scrum half for the moment. It's rugby at its simplest form at the moment. And Wilkinson has to kick it. And where's that ball going? And it's been picked up in an offside position. And Jaden Beckett gives away the penalty there. Now it'll be a chance for the Old Belvedere medical staff to have a look at Peter O'Byrne, who looked to be really struggling. Owen Monaghan just puts the ball down for a second. Salvis Patrick has to come in. An injury to the captain, Peter O'Byrne. He obviously can't continue. A massive blow for Old Belvedere, a player they really wouldn't have wanted to lose. And in saying that, they've already lost Callum Dowling as well. Two players that have been monumental for them, not just this season, but in the last couple of seasons. Monaghan's going for the post this time. Similar to the first penalty David Wilkinson had. And that's another 3 points on the board. Old Wesley now lead 10 points to 3. Old Wesley's 10 points coming either side of half time. Lark sends it back. Here's Pat Hughes. He's gonna play a bit of kick tennis. Old Wesley give their response. That one might go out. Somebody had to come for that ball. They couldn't let it sit. The Old Wesley player was on his way, and it'll be Old Wesley who have the line out. Luke McDermott was put into touch. And everything just going the way of Old Wesley at the moment. Here's Malloy. Here's Noonan. Here's Will Fay. Driving the legs. They've got a penalty advantage here. Belvedere need to keep the heads here. They can't go into self-destruct mode. And Old Wesley just want to tag on more points, push out that lead. If Monaghan sticks this one over, it'll be 10 points. Making it a 2-score game. 2 meters, I'd say. And it's a simple one for Owen Monaghan, pushing the lead out to 13-3.
Old Belvedere 3, Old Wesley 13.
There's Tom Lark. Cronin Gleeson. David Wilkinson. And everything is just going the way of Old Wesley at the moment. Old Belvedere really struggling. Brings them just in a good bit inside the old Belvedere half. Moitier. And they're going to that maul. That's how they got their first try of the day, through Stephen Smith. That one doesn't make much yards. Gleeson played rugby in America last season. Him, the captain, Noonan. Old Belvedere trying to get that line up nice and fast to put pressure on the Old Wesley attack. Noonan looks for the tip on. Malloy. Puts Will Fade through a gap. Monaghan to Malloy to Burns. It's some good work from Ericsson. There's a bit of room on the outside here. Nugent. They managed to bring him to ground. There's hints of offside. And eventually, Ruben Pym is penalised. A little bit cynical there. Chance for Old Belvedere to build something, get some sort of comeback going. But Will Fay is just receiving some treatment in front of our camera here, but he seems to be all good to continue. corner. Deep into that right corner to put Old Belvedere in a very good attacking position. And he does exactly that. But according to the lines, man, not as much as the Old Belvedere fans would like. Old Belvedere need to make something happen here. Only the one try in this game so far. Here's Fionn McWay. They go to the maul. King Cunningham has it at the back. Saul Fitzpatrick's having a look. That maul's still going. Cunningham comes out. Robles trying to use those dancing feet of his. Runs into traffic. Here's Ericsson. Wesley are claiming they're over that one. And they are. And look at the passion. Look how much it means to them. Just when something looked like it was on for Old Belvedere, Old Wesley working hard at that ruck again, spoiled the party. Monaghan just high-fiving all his forwards, giving them credit for their hard work. Old Wesley will want things to continue as they are. For Old Belvedere, some leaders need to step up now and take control, because their heads seem to be a little bit down at the moment. Monaghan. Make sure Stephen Smith has a line out to throw into. And coming in onto the pitch for Old Wesley is Fergal Gemfrey. Has played Irish Sevens before. That's a solid line out from Old Wesley. They're looking to cause some damage at the maul. They still have. Stevens to Deegan. Old Belvedere causing issues. Old Wesley managed to keep it in. There's Kelly pumping the legs. Harry Noonan. It's real slow ball here. Oh, Belvedere eager to get it in at the ball. And Wesley using the flanks. Noonan has had a lot of touches in this second half. That ball's bobbling everywhere. It's sent long into the arms of Pat Hughes to Luke McDermott. Is McDonald. McDonald still goes. He released it and went again. Here's Cunningham. They're up quick on him. Robles. There's not much space for him. Old Wesley look comfortable enough in defence at the moment. Ariel Robles looks hurt. David Wilkinson trying to squeeze between two players. Thatcher. Wesley digging in at that ball. But Old Belvedere still the owners of it. And there was a knock on in there. And Old Belvedere are really struggling to get any real flow to that attack at the moment. They're just going from side to side. Howard Noonan comes in for Old Wesley. Winner of a Vinnie Murray Cup with Temple Carrick in 2020. And of course the younger brother of Harry Noonan. Old Wesley will be happy enough with this break. The Noonan brothers ready and waiting for that scrum. Belvedere trying to put pressure on that scrum. There's another great line from Deegan. Here's Will Fay. That's a lovely play. Alex Malloy nearly squeezes through. Ian Cassidy directing proceedings in the out half position. Came in for Owen Monaghan, adding a little bit of zip to the attack. Here's Cronin Gleeson, a bulldozer. Will Fay. Dumfries hit hard and hit well. Shortly a penalty for Old Belvedere, but Weston doesn't think so. And here's Moit here. Will Fay has been really good all throughout the game for Old Wesley. He's got through a lot of work. Old Belvedere just want to get that ball, but Old Wesley are looking after it. Cronin Gleeson back to Cassidy. to Malloy. This is frustrating for Old Belvedere at the moment. Will Fay again, pops it up, basketball style, and a little kick in behind. Howard Noonan is chasing after this one. It was the substitute hooker, Howard Noonan, that was bearing down on that ball. But it bobbled its way to touch. But Old Belvedere is still under a lot of pressure here. Looks like Harry Noonan's day is over. Sam Kenny, I presume, to come in his place. Buccaneers have gone into a 21-20 lead against Blackrock College after trailing by 14 points at half time. They beat Blackrock just before Christmas and they could be about to do the double on them. Of course, Buccaneers are last in the table currently. On 15 points. Old Wesley on 19 points. Blackrock on 25. 6 points separating 8 to third, and here's Old Wesley, a chance for them to get their second try and maybe put this game to bed. This would be a killer blow if they could get a try here. Sam Kenny, fresh off the bench. Here's Pym. Here's Gleason. Here's Deegan. Old Wesley just staying patient, not rushing things. They don't have to. But it looks like Old Belvedere have got it. And they have. But they've got a lot of work to do deep inside their own half. Wilkinson has decided to find touch, and Old Wesley will be happy enough with that. Still exactly where they want to be. Noonan with the throw in, just cleaning the ball, a little bit greasy. That's a good line out. A fast throw from Noonan. Cassidy. Noonan. Younger are the Noonans. And look at his feet. Stephen Smith still on the park. Moved to back row. Played back row in school for Kilkenny College. Wesley are just frustrating the life out of Old Belvedere at the moment. hottest rugby you'll ever see. There's another player down here. Looks like Cale Thatcher. He's down again. And there's bodies dropping all over the place in Ollie Campbell Park here today. It's a game because of all the stops. It just hasn't really got going. It hasn't been as lively as some of the other derbies in the past. I think both attacks have struggled. Both defences have looked very good. That's the caveat to that. Both defences have been very strong. Wesley got that try from Stephen Smith at the end of the first half and they haven't looked back. Old Belvedere haven't scored since the 15th minute. It's been a really tough day for them. Probably about 9 minutes or so left here in this game. But as I always say every week, you never know. What the referee has and what we have could be completely different. In this game with under 10 minutes to go. Is there anything left in it? And that pass is a bit wayward, but it does find Gavin Nugent. And there's a bit of space on the blind side for Jaden Beckett. He kicks it ahead. He's chasing his own kick. He misses the tackle. And Old Wesley send it back. And here's Nugent. Can Old Belvedere do something now? This is the time. Saul Fitzpatrick wants quick ball. Wilkinson. Have Old Wesley got in at it? Yes, they have. Will Fay. David Wilkinson was isolated on the ground. Will Fay scooped him up and wins a penalty for Old Wesley. Just when Old Belvedere looked like they might be able to conjure up some sort of attack. Keith Kavanagh is coming in at scrum half for Ben Stevens. And for Old Belvedere, John Marr is coming in for Luke McDermott. He's made multiple cameos off the bench this season, John Marr, for Old Belvedere. Keith Kavanagh, ex-Navan man, played with Navan when they played Old Belvedere here in Ollie Campbell Park in 1B a couple of years ago. Wesley just happy to keep it nice and slow, in no rush. They're in the driving seat. Robles catches that one. Tom Mulcair links up with other substitute Josh Erickson. And that one just slaps Wilkinson in the face. And Cunningham was in the wrong position. A bit unfortunate, that one. Just a freak error almost. The ball smashed Wilkinson in the face. And then Cunningham was in the wrong position, giving away the penalty. Rocks running down here in Ollie Campbell Park. Old Wesley very much in control. They've got a line out in the red zone. Could potentially score their second try of the afternoon. Moitier takes it down, but that wasn't straight. And Old Belvedere will have the scrum. They'll want to get on with this pretty quick here. Of course, every point counts in this league. As I was saying earlier, it's very congested. 6 points from Blackrock on 21 to Old Wesley on Blackrock on 25, should I say. I think I said that earlier as well. Blackrock on 25 to Old Wesley on 19. There's only 6 points separating 8th to 3rd place, but of course Old Wesley will climb up the table with this victory. But every point matters, so Old Belvedere know even if they can't win this game, they'll want to take a losing bonus point. Here's Beckett. If there's a man that can make something happen, it's him. Wilkinson with a lovely little kick in behind. Was that slapped down? I think that's a potential penalty. But the referee doesn't think so, but I think Old Wesley have got away with one there. And Cassidy through the gap, linking up with Malloy. And Malloy, look at him go. He's got his jet shoes on and he goes underneath the post. It was coming, and Old Wesley get their second try through Alex Malloy. There was no stopping him once he got a bit of clean road there. And that's game over. 18-3 to Old Wesley. Straightforward conversion for Ian Cassidy. And it's 20 points to 3 here in Ollie Campbell Park.
Old Wesley have converted, which brings the score to Old Belvedere 3, Old Wesley 20.
It's been a very controlled second half performance from Old Wesley. It's been a day to forget for Old Belvedere. And the 3-match winning streak against Old Wesley will come to an end today. And look at the aggression in defence there from Old Wesley. Old Wesley looking for a quick move here. Kavanagh looking for the corner. Unfortunately for Old Belvedere, I think it's one of the poorest performances at home I've seen from them in a long time. A lot for them to fix. Playing Queen's University next week in Belfast before hosting St Mary's College, the league leaders, in 2 weeks' time. For Old Wesley, they'll want this form to continue. They play Highfield at home next week, followed by UCC away. Robless. There's no real energy in Old Belvedere at the moment, but they're trying. Beckett. I think there's many players waiting for the final whistle here. Here's Robless. A little bit of space on the wing for him. He tries to kick it ahead. It gets blocked down, but it's still going, that ball. And they bundle the player into touch. He manages to stay in. Nicely. Just getting organised. The end is near. And they go cross field. Who's there? And they've got a bit of room here. But Old Belvedere get a late penalty. And there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on. Surely the final whistle is fast approaching. This penalty is the last chance for Old Belvedere to reduce the deficit, but they won't get anything from this game, not even a losing bonus point. Ideally, you need to be getting wins at home, but you need to be getting some sort of points, you'd think. So a disaster day for them, but a brilliant day for their neighbours Old Wesley. Can they do something here with the line out? What should be the final line out of the game. John McWay takes that down. Cunningham has it at the back. Old Wesley will want to keep their try line clean. No tries conceded is always a column that coaches love. Beckett. That ball's out and into Wesley hands. And it's just simple here for Old Wesley. Well, they've been given a penalty, which is even better. You think they'll just quick tap this and then kick it into touch. And it'll be good night. But tempers are flaring a little bit here. A frustrated Old Belvedere team maybe. The short walk back to Donnybrook will be a happy one for the Old Wesley boys. For the Old Belvedere coaching team, they have a lot to think about. And we will have one more line out. I told you, you can never trust the clock we have here. The referee could have it completely different, and I wasn't wrong. Noonan will just look to hit his dart here. Keep it in tight. And then look for the final whistle. Moitier takes it down. And just like that, Keith Kavanagh says enough is enough. Well, we might have a bit of a fight night on our hands, but that's it. It's the end of the game. 20 points to 3. Old Wesley are the victors. Stephen Smith trying the first half and Alex Malloy trying the second half was what made the difference for Old Wesley. Old Belvedere never really got firing. 3 points in the opening quarter from David Wilkinson was all they have to show for it. Old Wesley will climb further up the table. For Old Belvedere, it's a disappointing defeat. They go again next week away to Queens. And for Wesley, they host Highfield. As always, it's been a joy to commentate here today, and I'll see you again soon.